Good day. It's a little preamble to what's going on here. It's July 3rd. I just wanted to read this letter just to give you an update on where we're at. Before you see this video, we've actually got some motion on it. We actually got something accomplished. We have our residential rental license for 2020 hung up. And anyway, we've also got action started on renovations that are supposed to be done, that were supposed to have been done before they got the license, which we feel these things should have disqualified them from a license. Anyway, and based on, it also means that what they signed as the declaration was not accurate at the time. So this was in relation to them asking for notice of entry Tuesday, June 9th between 2 and 6 p.m. from Koenig Holdings, which is Mark Koenig, Koenig Holdings Inc., which is property management on behalf of Commissions Worldwide Inc., which is Theo Papadopoulos. Mark Koenig used to be the property management under the employ of Atlas Property Management. I'm not sure if he's still employed by them in any capacity, but as far as these properties go, it appears that he is the subcontractor property manager for these four properties, or at least for 90AB and 100A, even to this day, as far as we know. So, either way, oh, actually, no, we do know that because they sent out a notice letter. Anyway, so for these four properties, and for, I believe it's Weaver Street, he's, Koenig Holdings is in charge of that, as far as we know. Okay, so this was an email that was sent back to Koenig Holdings and also Small Matters Paralegal Services, which is Lisa Nadon. That's their representative. They asked for everything in writing and to go through their representative, so that's what we've been doing, because we asked for everything to be done in writing. They hired this representative and said it was supposed to go through her. Of course, it's been quite a challenge. But that's okay, we like challenges. Anyway, so this was in response to that. Mark and Ms. Nadon, Chris Bacon here, as per, just to bring you up to date, Carrie had sent a letter giving permission for me to be speaking for her on behalf of Marshall Street Tenant Association, and also on behalf of her on all matters to do with this situation at 98B Marshall, because she's been harassed and they're up to the usual tricks. Anyway. So this letter is in response to that. It was sent June 8th at 9:12 p.m. and it's addressed to Mark, which is Mark Koenig of Koenig Holdings, and Ms. Nadon. Chris Bacon here, as per the correspondence sent to Koenig Holdings Inc. and Small Matters Paralegal Service, feel free to address all correspondence to Carrie, but all communication is to be put to my attention as I am the spokesperson representative on behalf of Carrie Mills in all matters with regard to 98B Marshall Street, Waterloo, Ontario, Norman 2 Jack 2 Terrence 4. Carrie Mills is finished being traumatized and openly harassed with more than apparent complete and utter disregard for her security of person or ability to attain reasonable enjoyment due to this repeat negative and bullying behavior. You are not allowed to harass, annoy, or to assault regardless of the issue, and this behavior must be corrected and is not in compliance with the rules of civil procedure for the province of Ontario and appear to be in bad faith to frustrate the rental contract / tenancy. Carrie Mills will not be in attendance at the inspection. Sorry, my eyes are kind of bad. Carrie Mills will not be in attendance, so the inspection will be attended to by Denise Duval, and of course I will be there again to document the contact, so there is no false accusations against any of the participants. As you had almost forgotten at the last inspection, please review the protocol instructions for entering the unit due to COVID-19 and remember to apply them this time. Just to remind you, anyone who is not a person within the household quarantine group must wear a mask, PPE, and try to reduce close contact while in or on the premises. As you are responsible for the conduct of any person entering the property for the purpose of repair or inspection of the unit, including city staff or police or municipal officer, etc., you must properly inform them and accompany any other person entering for the purpose of inspection and there will be no more than 2 persons able to enter at one time, so there is never more than 5 to 6 persons in the house at any one time, which is in line with the regional and provincial restrictions. As a self-quarantine group and as a self-quarantine group and we reserve the right to disqualify any person we believe may be a health risk, and said person must cooperate and not jeopardize this environment with regard to the pandemic. Rent. That will be fine, as we had informed you. It was here ready to pick up since the 1st of June, so we are glad to see you are willing to cooperate with the protocol we have earlier communicated. Because they finally agreed that they're going to come pick it up. It is our understanding from communication with Ms. Nadon that you will be putting up and installing the required 2020 rental license for 98B Marshall Street at the same time. So look forward to this finally happening, as it is integral to a renewed demonstration of cooperation with proper compliance with the law. It is also our understanding that you will be performing an inspection between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. So I'm ready to accommodate this as well, and hope that there will be a conflict-free contact, as there are persons with disabilities in the house, and the protocol is clear so as not to inadvertently cause unnecessary disruption or conflict. It has been over a year since the request to remove the fridge at the side of the house was given by John Lichty, deceased. Carrie would really like to see it moved, and the garage storage is only 2 driveways away, so please remove it. Anything you do not agree with, put it in writing before and see if it can be worked out, but you are not to attend this property with the intent to disrupt or to assault or to cause embarrassment or a scene like what occurred last inspection, or you may be liable for damages. We look forward to cooperation. Thank you, Chris Bacon, Director, Marshall Street Tenant Association, spokesperson/representative for Kerry Mills, tenant 98B Marshall Street, Waterloo, Ontario, Norman 2 Jack 2 Terrence 4, member of Marshall Street Tenant Association. P.S. Ms. Nadon, we are waiting for the proof of your valid license to practice in Ontario. All correspondence received directly from you to date will be included in a formal complaint of unprofessional conduct to the Association and to the Solicitor General of Ontario, regardless if you provide the requested confirmation. You will only be receiving 1 communication on behalf of our member with regard to all matters, big and small, with regard to 98B Marshall Street or any other matter pertaining to your clients. We are not responsible for your clients. We are not responsible if your clients are not honest with you, and all parties, if necessary, will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Of course, you know what it means to act unlawfully. So, thank you for written confirmation. The 2020 rental license will finally be put into proper placement, and first step in realizing your client's compliance with the City of Waterloo rental license bylaw. We look forward to and to finally having reasonable private enjoyment in a legal rental unit as defined by the RTA, which is Residential Tenancy Act, and Ontario Building Code and other laws of the province of Ontario. Now, they sent out on Friday, June 5th, 11:32, hello Carrie, I will be entering your unit for an inspection June 9th between 2 and 6 p.m. Then he sent again later that day, June 8th at 10:45. He then, oh wait a minute, I guess he said that first. Oh no, June 8th. Okay, so yeah, June 5th at 11:32, he said he was going to be entering the unit June 9th between 2 and 6. Then on the 8th, he sent, please have the rent check for June posted on the door tomorrow between 2 and 5 p.m. I will be coming to pick it up. And then that was our response to that. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and watch the next video, and Eureka, we were able to get them to hang up the rental license. And so we've got movement, and he's not too happy. But you be the judge for yourself, and again, I will also read the response letter at the end of this. So please stay tuned, and we'll get right to that. So here is Eureka! We have something to show you.
Movies they can watch, they got all the luxury in the world for comfort. They're strapped in. When I grew up, we had a big old tank of a DeSoto.
That is a City of Waterloo residential licensing permit. Number 2020-005445. for 98 Marshall Street, B, Waterloo, Ontario. Class A, 4-bedroom, Unit B. And who it's registered to. And it's signed by Shane Turner, Director, Municipal Enforcement Services. And it says at the bottom here, in the course of administering the rental housing license bylaw under which this license has been issued, the City of Waterloo collects the names of all licensed landlords. To the extent that this information constitutes personal information as defined in Municipal Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act, RSO 1990, Chapter M56 as amended, the information is subject to the provisions of that act and it will be used for the purpose of administering and enforcing the rental housing licensing bylaw. Questions about the collection of personal information should be directed to the City Clerk, Waterloo City Centre, 100 Regina Street South, Waterloo, Ontario. Norman 2J 488, telephone 519-866-1550. And that, if you don't have one of those hanging in your rental unit in Waterloo, that's step one, is know that they are not in compliance with the rental license bylaw. More to come later. Victory, finally. Acknowledgement, because they were supposed to have this hanging up from the beginning. So now we'll work on deterrence.
Yeah, how you doing? You having a good day? A little hot, eh? Oh, hang on a sec. She's gonna. We've noticed there's a. Anyway, she'll take care of it. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, step on here. Check's right there. Just let me
I
through.
was gonna post it to the window if that's okay. Or did you want
No, it's supposed to be posted in a prominent thing inside the door, inside the unit. Just let me.
Do you mind back?
I'll go around the other way. Oh, here, Denise. Never mind. That's fine. Put it up. Yeah, well, you're not supposed to be behind the door. And you're supposed to be cooperating with us there. Mark,
What do you want me to do?
you're supposed to be cooperating with us. No, yeah, just back up a little, or go in the living room for a sec, please. Thank you.
Post it in the window, and that's how I'm gonna post it.
That's fine. I'm just, yeah, we're not interfering with that. Okay, here you go. Go ahead. Let him in. No, he needs to get up there and do that. You're not supposed to be there. He's supposed to be distanced.
I know, I'm giving him the ladder.
It's right there. He's putting it up here, isn't he, in the hallway?
I'm putting it in the window.
You're not supposed to put it in the window.
It's okay, you can put it.
You're supposed to put it in the hallway. Not in the window. Prominent area in a common area.
That's the first thing you see when you.
Well, we have to wash windows, so it might come off if you do
It
it.
might get ruined. Yeah, we have.
It's
to,
simple.
that's
Put it
true,
on the wall up
that's true.
there. It works for everybody, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's my suggestion. You do what you want, but like I said, we have to wash windows.
I will do it. That's
We have to wash windows. That's all I'm saying.
whatever you want.
Oh, I'm not the boss. Okay, excuse me. We are supposed to be, none of this harassment is supposed to be going on. So please stop. We're just here to do what you're supposed to do. Sorry, just do what you're supposed to do, please.
Back up.
Oh, I'm right here. I'm plenty of
It's all
distance.
gonna work at 2 meters, please.
It is.
So, are we going?
Okay, now what I'll do is I'll go into here. You're going upstairs, right?
Well, you have new maintenance things?
We want to go up
Well,
outside. to
were you
show-
here to inspect the property? We were told you were inspecting.
I did inspect it, if you don't remember.
Oh,
So you're okay with, you're in line with the property standards and with all the bylaws?
Denise,
You've
you wanna
tested-
show-
excuse me,
Denise, you wanna
Mark.
show me what you gotta show
yeah,
me?
yeah.
Okay,
I don't have
that's
to
fine.
answer any of your questions.
I'm not asking. I'm just saying.
Show me what your problems are and I'll go through it.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to?
Problem is it's not to the property standards or to the rental bylaw. Don't close the door. Somebody's upset. Somebody's upset. You're interfering with the process again, Mark. Thank you.
You guys knocked out the cap?
No.
That was fine last time I was here. So
Excuse me, there was a tree there that was removed that it was noticed afterwards, but hey, put it in writing however you want to do. This hostility is not necessary. And it's not welcome.
Anyway, Tiger was drinking out of his dish, and I found a lot of his paint was in his dish from it peeling. So I don't know if you'd like to. I guess we were going back in now.
Is there something you need to show me, Denise?
Upstairs.
I'll send you a copy of the property bylaw and all that, because that's what it's supposed to. That's what you guys signed to when you signed the license agreement. It's a legal document you signed.
Is there anything new, maintenance-wise?
Well, you know what? Anyway, we're not here to discuss. Okay, here. Just go. So whatever he's here to do,
He's gonna see
show him what
they
you need to do.
repaired, too.
Obviously, it's another song and dance.
Okay, we'll go upstairs.
Go ahead.
Let's take a picture of this one. Do you mind moving out of the way?
Just wait.
I'm gonna go take a picture.
Starting up at front at the door at the top of the stairs,
You
please.
don't need to yell.
Well, then stop being confrontational. You were told, and this is being documented. This is harassment. This is another contact or harassment. You will be charged if you keep it up, Mark. Sorry you're upset in the position you got yourself in.
Fix the knob screen replaced.
The one that you broke, yeah.
Other than that, it's just.
Is there anything else you need to inspect up here?
The screen for this window that needs to be replaced. Was there anything
No, I
else?
documented that already. I wouldn't
Yeah,
mess with it.
okay, so I think that's.
So there's nothing else up here you need to look at?
I don't think it is.
Is there anything else you'd like to inspect up
Answer
here?
any questions.
So that's a no. Okay. Actions speak loud too, you know.
That's you putting words in my mouth. I would say don't.
Sorry, your actions. We are here to facilitate any inspection that you need to do at this moment, or any other moment, but you can't keep coming back again and again.
Nice. You like it? You happy?
This is, yeah, it's perfect.
It's good, eh?
No, what we did is we're cleaning up under here, we bought some paint, we're gonna paint it.
Okay. Well, you're happy with it. It looks good.
It's working
It works
great.
properly.
And the new top.
He's a good plumber, so.
He's awesome.
Yeah, works good now.
Steve is awesome.
Perfect.
Anyway,
That wasn't on your last list, but you mentioned it was pretty bad, so I'm like, let me take care of that for you guys.
It was bad.
Good.
Thank you.
Is there anything new down here or no? not, I have a
did
good
you
list of
want-
things.
You saw.
well, the door's rehung.
Okay, so you didn't want to
The
see.
door's
repair
rehung,
work
Mark.
down there.
You need to hit me.
He did
No, I didn't mean
he
to
did
hurt you.
the
I'm
spout
just showing you.
downstairs and he replaced the top that goes outside. Did you want to see that or?
I'm going to take a look when I go outside. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to see what he did in the basement? Oh, Mark, you got that stuff with the trim, right?
The trim on the
Oh,
door.
Denise, you got to go get Mark. Hold it a minute, please. Stop. You need to wait inside because she needs to get the dog and Carrie and Austin don't want to have contact, so please wait inside. Come here, please. Come here, please. You need to wait inside and they don't need contact. No, they don't even want to see you. They don't even want to see you right now. You need to come step inside, please. Are you going to cooperate or not? You're traumatizing her. She does not want to see you. We're asking you to accommodate. Are you going to accommodate or not? I have asked you to calmly please just step inside for a moment while they institute this. Okay, then go over there. That's fine as long as she doesn't see you. It was explained in the letter. It's called accommodation, Mark, and you're responsible to know what the law is. So please, okay, just let them come quietly. We don't want you staring at her. Can you go down on there?
Who am I staring at?
Anybody, I don't give a crap. Just out of eyesight, please.
Tell me what to do. I'm just sitting
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm asking you because this is what she asked me to do. Is make
I'm
sure.
going to go take a picture and then I'm going to leave, okay?
Well, why don't you wait by your car then? They can go in the side door. Can you do that?
I just want to take a picture of that top. And
You will be in a second, but they need to have their space, please. Will you accommodate or not? As long as you're not in eyesight of them, please, because you have traumatic experience, especially when you're doing this again. Okay, guys, come on. All we can do is document. You can't control it. You just document. Anyway, you're okay. Sorry about this. Well, you went and came back. It's long enough. You're okay. Just go. You can go in the side door too if you want. Or front door. It's up to you. It's nice and cool in there. Isn't it? Sorry, guys, but like I said, we can't control what you're doing. Obviously, he's upset. Just relax. It's almost over. He's just taking a picture of a tap now. Okay. Now he can proceed. When he's ready, he can proceed. Well, it's the same old Denise. Same old. And I bet they're not removing the fridge either. Pass enough to removing the fridge too. Because it was requested. Obviously not. But, like I said, all we can do is document.
Yep.
Yep. Thank you for cooperating, finally. Much easier that way. So you don't want to inspect any, you don't want to inspect that fence? Because you know that fence needs to be replaced, right? You came towards me. You're not watching where you're going. I've been stationary there the whole time. Have you noticed that fence needs to be replaced? Right there in front of you.
You're not moving out of my way so I can leave, thank you.
Well, yeah, no problem. Are you ready to leave? You're not inspecting anything else? We completed your inspection?
I have done enough inspections, I have enough notes.
So you're not going to have to come back for another inspection, right?
I don't need to answer any of your questions.
I don't care if you do or not. I'm just saying. You're satisfied, right? Anyway, another harassment documented.
What's the harassment, sorry?
You were told, and I'm not arguing with you.
You just said harassment.
Not arguing with you.
What did I harass? How would I harass?
Because you're barging in, you're not waiting, you're sitting. Anyway, hey, this speaks for itself, Mark.
It will.
Yeah, it will. It will. You're laughing. Oh, it must be funny, eh? Okay. Anyway, here, Denise, you take this. I'm going to move the van back. Just wait a minute. I'll move it back a foot. Well, he's upset. Don't worry, you'll get it.
Bit.
I like that he pulls up beside it. Where's he going to get it around?
I don't know. What's he doing with it?
He's just
By
really
himself.
upset. He's really upset, obviously. Denise, we got to finish this just until he gets off the property.
Stay.
He's been confrontational. Sorry, I don't want any allegations against us that we did anything improper. We obviously got their attention. Take careful. The license is up. Oops, there you go, damn it. I gotta wait till he leaves the property. Stay with me, please. Unfortunately, we didn't set this up. We asked for cooperation, all we get is confrontation. Anyway, don't have to film what he's doing, I just gotta wait till he comes back and show him leaving. Let's just put it out on the curb.
It's been there for a year.
I had a dolly.
It's probably toxic. But there's shit in it.
I had a dolly in the car. I have no idea. I have no idea. Nothing to do with it.
And there's this tongue.
What is it?
There's crap inside of it.
I have no idea.
There's some crap inside of it.
Anyway, not our problem. That's not how you deal with shit like that.
That's good. Oh, fuck, does it stink. I'm smelling it all the way fucking over here.
Well, like I said, it was standing up there, ready to go fucking months ago. I have no idea. All I know is that she said it's ready to go again and get it out of here. Oh, I can smell that. I don't even have sense of smell. Anyway. Just talking.
Why the fuck wouldn't you get somebody to help you with that?
Because they were, Denise, you know what? Don't even discuss it. You don't do rhyme or reason. All we do is we say, this is what we need to have a safe environment, and please cooperate. Other than that, you document.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to give him a hand?
I got some gloves too.
Not really. But hey, get some bleach or whatever. Because that doesn't, there's... I knew it got knocked over, but I didn't know it was that bad. It's been sitting there for months. Sorry about that. She's going to get some rubber gloves and that to give you a hand.
Tiger, you're staying right there.
Thank you for hanging the license. Finally.
I went to Costco. I don't know what was in it.
Neither do I. What, somebody stick something in there?
There was stuff.
I knew it was standing up for the
There
longest
was
time.
something in the door or something. I don't know. It fell out when the freaking door popped.
No idea that. I mean, shit, you don't do it like that. I have a dolly in the van. I would offer him to, let's move it together. I would have let him use it. He could have used it. Stick it on the dolly. It would have stayed. He's got the thing. He would have pulled it over. He's just very impatient. Doesn't want any help on him. He's confrontational. He's mad. What can you do? Heck, I would even offer to help him carry it over. Hold my breath if I had to. I can't even lift shit. No, we had the dolly. Anyway. It's a thing called being prepared, too. So,
Oh, it fell down.
yeah, hang on to that because I want to take a photograph of it just so that they know what you're holding in your hand.
Oh, man. So yeah, I'm the dolly now.
Again, he wasn't here to cooperate. He's here to barge in, and I'm here to do what I'm going to do. You're going to get out of my way. Shit. It's like, whatever. No, I mean, whatever. Like I say, you can't control what they do. You can only document.
You have some water in the house, buddy? You better go get a drink.
The bowl's outside with him.
He's
It was
got a
out
bowl
back.
in the
It was
back.
out back, yeah. So we moved him.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Mark.
You want some soap?
You need some soap? I can bring you some dish soap.
Give him some soap, because
Yeah.
there's no way. You need soap. There's no way. Oh, shit.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, no problem. Thank you. For whatever it's worth.
You.
I just got to make sure I got him leaving. Stupid, but got to cover our ass.
It's nice and cool in there, boy.
Yeah, you got to keep the door closed too. If you keep the windows closed a bit and the curtains on, that's why it's cool.
Nice. Yeah. Nice.
Is everything kosher? You got everything on the list that you wanted to get?
He said he has the other list, so he doesn't need a repeat.
It's not a repeat. Anyway, whatever.
Anything new? I saw.
Well, the whole point was they were coming here to do their inspection.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, so I guess you don't need to do another one. But if they do end up needing to do another one, we'll be here to facilitate it.
Don't worry, the next email I send to this Lisa Nadon about the legality of the Municipal Act
Stop it.
infringements. Gotta read what you sign. I just hope they didn't have Mark sign it this year. Thank you. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a mess. No.
yeah. What, did he leave something in the back?
Give me some hands so he just got some shit all over.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Here, Denise, just take this with you, will you?
Here, Mark.
Denise, oh.
Oh, you just want to? Okay. All right, there you go.
Yeah, just go ahead and use the hose. Just make sure you turn it off. I know, I'm just being stupid. That's okay.
Okay, so here we are afterwards. So after having to go through that, and just wanted to make a note that Carrie had waited. Carrie and Austin had left early in the morning. He said between 9 and 6. So they had left 9 o'clock until mid-afternoon. They were tired of waiting around, not having anything to do. So they decided to come home. That's when they came back, and we were going to explain to Mark that the new rule was that he was going to wait while they went around to the front door, because they were waiting in the backyard. They didn't want to have anything to do with him, didn't want any contact. The plan was to have them wait in the backyard till he was done going through the house. When he was about to come out the side door, Denise would ask Mark to just wait inside the doorway while she went outside to tell them if the coast was clear to come past the side door to the front door, to enter the front door and go upstairs as he was coming out the back door to inspect the rest of the property. As you could tell by the video, Mark was not there to cooperate with anybody. He was upset. He was pushing his way around. He was upset. He did everything in his power to put something between us and the camera. Totally professional on behalf of the property management when they're the ones who manage themselves into this property whole, which we have nothing to do with. And we've got letters where we have been trying to communicate with them through Atlas Property Management, through Commissions Worldwide Inc. and everything, and they're just ignoring us totally. So anyway, that's for, I guess there's going to be a legal dispute at some point. Anyway, so here we are on the 11th of June at 8:28. I posted a letter directly to Small Matters Paralegal Services and Mark Koenig. Ms. Nadon and Mark, this is in relation to what happened on the 9th. We have repeatedly requested both verbally and in writing on multiple occasions regarding maintaining professionalism and to abide by the rules of civil procedure and good faith, and have been specifically described and outlined reasonable boundaries and even an explanation for the rationale of these requests. Mark Koenig, owner-proprietor of Koenig Holdings Inc., once again showed up not only as what we all describe as agitated and non-cooperative to the point of actually being not only intimidating, but actually described as threatening by both Carrie Mills and her autistic son, Austin. To say he was combative is an understatement, and even Denise and I both felt in danger of physical harm at times while in close proximity. We repeatedly requested him to de-escalate the situation. He was non-responsive, except to accelerate his inability to control himself. We will not be threatened or harassed again. This must cease and desist. Look it up if you are confused as per your previous communication. Let me be clear. If any person is not able to control themselves and present as a threat, we will be pursuing criminal charges against the individual and against Small Matters Paralegal Services as well. We have documented all contacts and also have the digital recording of no less than 2 separate recent incidents of Mark Koenig acting in this harassing and threatening manner. You will caution your clients or face the professional legal consequences. This is the final warning. This lady, Small Matters Paralegal Services, should, you know, the name of her company should say it all with regard to how far this travesty has fallen, that they make a mockery of the law, and even in the name that they go by as glorified pencil pushing application filler. Anyway, a lot of damage done by these people, and especially when they seem to think that they don't have to abide by any rules, let alone common decency, and they're the ones who are breaking the law oftentimes. Anyway, regardless of any issue regarding these matters, there is no right for this behavior to be visited upon anyone, anytime. If it happens again, there will be charges filed and civil action is also possible. If Mr. Koenig or anyone else is unable to act professionally while in contact or on premises or in and around any of the persons involved in this matter or these matters, then they are not to be in attendance or directly involved. Although Mr. Koenig had requested for him to, quote, to inspect the premises, end quote, he did not actually appear to do anything other than revisit some of the things he had already inspected and taken photos of. The purpose of why he was here was clear to all of us. Other than being forced to hang up the rental license as required by law, he wanted to take out his frustration and anger on us while trying to deliberately provoke our PTSD and be bullying for the purpose of assault. We have had contact with Steve the plumber across several days and have had absolutely no issues. The only people who exhibit these behaviors are only those directly connected to Commissions Worldwide Inc. and Koenig Holdings and Atlas Property Management, or the City Region of Waterloo, all of whom share a legal interest to conceal the truth of the Municipal Act fraud. We did not sign the legal agreement declaration on the rental license application. This invalid license was granted to Commissions Worldwide Inc. and Atlas Property Management, who is also a party to these actions and therefore also liable. We did not turn the law into our own personal mechanism designed solely to circumvent and undermine the law. Your clients and others did that, and it is the record. Deal with it, but you will not continue these behaviors unabated. You are in direct violation of IOTA and human rights law. We did not cause your clients to break the law, nor are responsible for the gross negligence in the maintenance and repair of their properties. They are repeat offenders who have complete and utter disregard for the law. Mr. Koenig needs anger management. If he appears to be in this condition again, he will be refused entry to the property and the police will be immediately called. Again, this is to be part of the complaint against you to the association, that's Paralegals Association, Law Society of Upper Canada, and the Solicitor General of Ontario. Small Matters Paralegal Services will be held liable as well. We still await your written response to the direct IOTA request for the information from Small Matters Paralegal Services, Commission Worldwide Inc., and Koenig Holdings Inc. with regard to the written policy and proof of training with regard to persons with disabilities, which is required by law. Ms. Nadon, by your own admission and by the actions of all parties to date, you are clearly not in compliance as required. We aim to fix all of that thanks to your help in providing the evidence. Govern yourselves accordingly. We look forward to your cooperation. Thank you. Chris Bacon, Director, Marshall Street Tenant Association. Spokesperson representative for Kerry Mills, Tenant, 98B Marshall Street, Waterloo, Ontario, Norman 2 Jack 2 Terrence 4, member of Marshall Street Tenant Association. P.S. This is the only correspondence you will receive from either Kerry Mills and or Marshall Street Tenant Association unless you want to follow your own advice. We will accept the letter individually from all three of you if you apply your logic. So far we have only heard from Koenig Holdings Inc. Better get writing, eh? Thank you. Now let me explain that little note. Again, because we're asking the right things, they're trying to play with the PTSD and all that by insisting that, well, because we're Marshall Street Tenant Association, which Kerry Mills is a member of and has been a member of, which is the whole reason why we made this association. Now that they're going to try and acknowledge this association, we have to have Kerry Mills write it in separately and the association do the same thing separately, because we're two separate entities. So therefore we must give two separate letters. So based on that, well, she represents Commissions Worldwide Inc. and Koenig Holdings and Paralegal Services. So I said, go ahead, we'll wait for your copies first. Anyway, this is all just ridiculous. This is more bluster and harassment, direct harassment, which is not allowed. It's unprofessional actions, which are unbecoming of her profession, supposedly, or maybe it's not. Maybe that's what they teach them. Either way, we'll find out, because Solicitor General, you got a little, a lot of people are confused what Solicitor General's job is. The Solicitor General is to oversee how the courts are run, how the lawyers are doing what they're supposed to. They're supposed to work hand in hand with the Attorney General. Well, not hand in hand, but sort as a overseer to make sure that all the conditions of the procedures are followed. So Solicitor General, and again, what are you going to do? You guys going to keep saying that you don't know who's responsible? Well, you're supposed to educate, and none of you have a clue. Iota of an idea. You don't have an iota. I said that back in, 2015? You should go dig out your little paper, though, the one where it says that you took the course and you understand and you signed it. I'm sure that'll help remind you. Anyway, so here we are. We are going to be bringing forth a way for every tenant in the region of Waterloo, at least the city of Waterloo, based on the property standards bylaw. This law has been in effect since 2012, which is 8 years now. Property standards bylaw and the residential rental license bylaw. And we are going to bring a voluntary tenants rental audit of property standards. So we're going to set up a program where we're going to show you how to go through the property standards bylaw and the rental license bylaw and assess your own rental unit if it's applicable to the law. We ask this to be on a voluntary basis. We are not holding it forward. We will be submitting them to the city and to the landlords and whoever. We will show you how we did what we did to document and to compare and to notify. And we will do an audit in the hopes that we can return to the city the data to see how well they've been doing in the last 8 years. Or is it just a shine on like what happened at 100A and what's happening at these properties? Is it Shane Turner's personal little detail of confusion and props, using work orders for props in order to help these law-breaking landlords to get away with it because the law worked. Anyway, we hope you join us. I will be bringing out more information about that later. Thank you. Be well. Stay safe.